Hey, welcome to the Gamers Podcast. I'm Chaunn. I'm here with Brandon. We're here to talk about Assassin's Creed and our time in quarantine. So heat you up a spoon of Lysol and sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
That was pretty good. I like that. That was actually more than I honestly expected from that. Like, I know you told me what you were gonna do, but I liked it. That was good.
Yeah. That's I got.
That's fun. That's the way to definitely start it off.
But yeah, like this, I could see myself getting used to doing this because I just like talking a bunch of shit that just goes unrecorded, and so I think it'll be fun.
Well, and that's kind of why I wanted to start this podcast is basically the thing we say random stuff, talk about games, anime, and movies, and all of
just
the
all
above.
the media, dude.
Yeah. So we're already hitting on all these topics, and normally they're pretty funny conversations, but we actually never, no one, they fall on deaf ears because we're not doing something like this now. So it doesn't make any sense.
Usually our conversations are like taking place either on the soccer field, in the car, at the gym. That's just where it is.
Or on the headsets.
Yeah, on the headsets.
But yeah, no, I'm actually super excited to start the podcast and to get into this and make it pretty much a weekly thing. So, and again, I've told you, and I've told, pretty much Twitter and everybody and all my social medias that the plan is to do a 30-minute podcast each week.
Yeah.
So hopefully record on Saturdays, edit Sundays, they come out Mondays. Yeah. Pretty much an easy timeline.
Hours just.
Yeah. Well, because if you're doing a 30-minute podcast, I feel like on average I've done, because I have my YouTube channel and whatnot. So I've found on average that per every 1 hour of recording, I've done 2 to 2.5, almost 3 hours of editing. So it's more of editing, like, because you can play the games and you can do all that, and that's the easy work. You can make the jokes, you can have a good time.
Yeah.
But it's the editing portions of things where it gets hard. And so it's just something like this would be so much easier to edit than anything.
Because the thing is, you don't have to, like, I feel like in most, I say like gameplay, you'll have to get, it has to be something good. You're looking for that. What's gonna make this video?
Yeah, you're looking for something.
That's sply.
Yeah. So, and that's and you get to enjoy playing the game while looking for that. Mm-hmm. And it's, you're just recording what you're doing. So, I mean, you could be, if you're playing something for hours, and it's like, okay, I think it was like around 4 hours that something interesting happened, and then maybe there like something cool happened like an hour in or 30 minutes after, so you're like trying to jump around, and it makes editing so much harder because you can't actually find. You
gotta go through those videos.
Yeah, like it's a process.
Fine tooth comb.
And that's actually, like, I'm excited for Assassin's Creed because of how it looks.
Yeah.
But also to kind of have that, like, it's between the siege modes, the raids, keeping up your villages. I mean, the character customization, anyways.
Yeah. What I'm kind of hoping for, well, at least from what they've made it seem like, it's going to be Red Dead.
Yeah.
Like, because I love the story of Red Dead. I love the narrative of the characters, even though Dutch was, like, pissing me off, like, to the umph degree, dude. But I still enjoyed the characters. And even, like, the side quests, like, some of those characters were fucking hilarious. Like, you walk up and that dude's like fucking his sister or some shit, like, and they ask you to come in and eat, and they like poison you and rob you. And so like I like stuff like that, and I feel like especially as Vikings, you either beat the shit out of people or beat the shit out, either beat the shit out of English or beat the shit out of each other. So it was, I want to say, like, I feel like it should be some humor to it, because I like, of course, we love to laugh. Yeah. I want to see, some funny ass shit, because Vikings were funny dudes, I feel like, at least for the most part.
No, and I completely agree. It's like, I've been watching Vinland Saga, and between, it's rather a comedy or an action movie.
Dude.
And there's no in between.
It's fantastic, though. That's the vibes I was getting, because I'm like, fuck it, dude. When I get Valhalla, it's gonna be just straight up Vinland Saga. It's Assassin's Creed Vinland Saga.
Well, that's like I'm super excited, for that, because it's like Vinland Saga. You're when Thorkin, like fighting for the English, and he just gets his finger chopped off, and he's just laughing about it.
Yeah, dude, he's cool. He's cool with it. He's like, oh, cool, hell
we're
yeah,
gonna fight. I feel like a lot of games, and Red Dead did, good in the sense of the storytelling, and it brought you into this universe. And Assassin's Creed's been pretty well, especially with Origins and Odyssey, where it's obviously Assassin's Creed teaches you history, but I think this is something, like, I'm a big Norse mythology person, and I think most people aren't. Most people, of course, they know Thor because of Marvel. That's, I would say, most people, that's exactly how they go back to Thor.
Like, Norse mythology get.
Pretty
much like Odin. I mean, not Odin. Odin was like fucking Thor over like left and right. Because he was doing. He like literally just had him doing shit for the fuck of it, and then like he ended up like fucking his wife or some shit like that, or had a kid with his wife. Didn't he? So
Thor spent a lot, and of course in the mythology, he spent a lot of time on Earth. Just fighting, just for the hell of it, just because he's a god. Like, are you gonna tell him no? But he was also like a bad dude. No, he was fucking terrible. He was a terrible person. Well, because like the way they explain it, like if you look at Norse gods, it's almost as though they had more human-like qualities than anything. It wasn't like omnipotent being. I do whatever. No, I want something in return. Like I'm doing something for you.
I scratch your back, you scratch mine.
And I'm excited to see how Assassin's Creed dives into that whole world. And as of now, they look like they've done it right. Of course, we've seen trailers and we've seen some quote unquote gameplay, just in-game engine stuff. Which, speaking of which, will I'm
Oh yeah. The main thing I'm most excited for is like your side characters, like your homies, the people you rolling up with, because usually those are the people that stand out more than the main character. They usually have like the more outlandish personality. Like, look, he stops dude from like murderizing this whole family. Like,
and that's what I think is. Let me make sure I've done this right. All right, cool, I did. I think that's a good point. Is like, I would like to see what historical characters they make your friends. So like Ragnar and Bjorn and
is Leif Erikson alive at that time, or is that a little bit after him?
I think that's a little bit after him, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not 100% up on my timelines, but
because I know he makes an appearance in Vinland Saga. I know they got him there.
So like then he's right at the beginning. So that would make sense on the time area.
Like maybe he's probably older at that time. I don't know. That's something I had to do some research.
But I think that, I mean, still, that would be cool if it's, it's talking about you can go to Norway and you can do England. Well, maybe one of these DLCs, it's like, hey, go conquer Newfoundland. And so you get to go over to, Iceland and Greenland and America. That would be, I mean, well, hey, Ubisoft, there's your DLC right there. That's it.
Well, I know there was like a screenshot of one of the flagships. I think the country was Wales. Of course, like Wales has some like terrible terrain, at least during that time. Of course, like hiking through that, trying to do like that's another thing, like where these battles are going to take place, because as you can see, like there it's not like you just run up on something. They're like coming inland running up on shore like square up.
Well, I mean, you look at it. Vikings were masters of amphibious warfare and naval warfare. They were very much look, we'll fight you on land, or we'll fight you in the sea.
Yeah,
we'll take you either war.
Because it's not like how like Black Flag or even Odyssey where you just fight like legit like in the sea or in the middle of the ocean.
Yeah,
there's like legit like rivers and canals and stuff that you can
go up and
navigate through. And so like say like I feel like certain forts that they're trying to get to, instead of coming in from shore, they try to back way catch stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, like, because they try to make it seem like, Vikings just pull up, get done up type stuff. No,
there's much tactical decisions.
Yeah.
In the game.
So there's no just run and gun type thing.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say.
And I want to see, I guess it would kind of be a more tactical input to the game, because you look at many just shows and movies and just series, so on and so forth, that actually have captured the art of war, you could say, of Vikings, and where it's not just, hey, let's take these dudes head on. It's a lot of times most I guess I don't want to call them tribes, but armies would, if they're going to fight you, and they would scout out the land, make preparations, and then would almost fool you into thinking you could win the battle. A lot of times and you've seen it in shows like Vikings. There's another Viking show, The Last Kingdom on Netflix.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's happened in Vinland Saga, but where they're showing you only one part of their army.
And then the rest comes in from behind.
Close it in.
Oh, dude,
that would be so
that's
cool.
Some scary shit.
Well, I think it would be cool if Ubisoft did something like that, where it's like you can, hey, do you want to be in this part, and your actions are critical to, if you're in that like first army or the diversion group, you can blow the other people's cover if you do something at a wrong time.
Yeah.
Or if you, let's say, there's a signal button, and if you hit the signal button too early, and that means they come out too early, and then the same thing, like, okay, let's say you want to be with the sneak group in the surprise attack element, where if you come out too early, as they're running by, you don't catch them when they're all gone, then it's, instead of being your side, them, your side, it's like your side, part of them, you, part of them.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, because I know, like, in previous Assassin's Creed, they'll have, like, scout for you. I wonder if you'll actually have to go scout yourself, or even things like that, because I know that was a big part of war, is scouting out to see what was up ahead, what was it up against this action.
Well, I think, and you kind of made a good point, the whole eagle thing has been the assassin's, man's best friend type deal, where you look at Vikings, it's Odin's ravens.
Yeah.
So are we going to get, instead of an eagle, a raven now?
That would be
I think honestly, I think that's how it should be, because it should go towards that direction, and keeping with historical accuracy. You don't see a bunch of Vikings talking about eagles and whatnot. It's always ravens. But with scouting, I think a part of me, like, I like, in Odyssey and in Origins, where you can be like, what is it in Odyssey? It's Senu.
Yeah.
So, like, being able to see, enemies' locations and chests and whatnot, that's nice. That's, of course, part of the game. You want to collect everything. I think keeping something like that would be nice, but I don't want them to rely too heavily on the bird aspect of the game.
I use, especially in a game like Odyssey, dude. The map's fucking.
Yeah.
So anytime I can use the eagle,
oh yes, and that's the size of the map. I hope is the same size.
I think it's going to be bigger.
If it's bigger, that's even better.
But I don't think it will be as like just loaded. Like it was like Odyssey was like packed full of shit. Like over here, there's like legendary animals, this yada that, and it's just like holy.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna get through all of it.
Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah.
But I think they're more going for quality over quantity.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I think that part will probably be the best route to take. I haven't touched. I don't even feel like it's just so much.
I know for a fact I'm not halfway through it. I watched the release, like the world premiere trailer for Valhalla, and I was like, I'm gonna play Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
So I picked it up for like 10 minutes, and I was like, holy shit, I forgot how hard this game was.
It's really hard.
Yeah.
And the thing is, like, a lot of people did not like Assassin's Creed Odyssey because there wasn't that much of Assassin's Creed elements in it. At least like Origins, they were assassins.
Yeah, where the assassins came from.
The freaking finger, you know how you lose the finger when you put on the hidden blade.
Yeah.
So one, Odyssey didn't even have a hidden blade, which I didn't think that was a terrible idea. Especially thinking about how far back that was. I don't think.
Well, so historically, Origins is before Odyssey. Because Origins is the origin of the Assassins. That is when the Assassins are made. So, and because I was thinking the same thing, because when you said it, I was like, oh, you're right. He doesn't have a hidden blade of any sort. And I like the fact that our main character in Valhalla now has one. I like the fact that it's different. It's on top of the hand now.
Yeah.
I think that's cool.
That's super badass. Especially just
when he punched it. Right, let's do this.
Roll the clip.
Yeah.
This is insane. So this was another thing that I liked was here, with him, you know, making sure his weapons in his goes to Valhalla. I wonder if that is an actual mechanic in the game where it's like, all right, one of your homeboys just died. Like how?
Yeah, do you let him go to Valhalla or not?
That's the thing. Like, I wonder if it does the same thing as it did in Odyssey, where you recruit people, or is it just like they randomly on? I wonder how that works, especially. Well, he's gonna be your homeboy battle with you.
I would like to see, because obviously, you're someone of importance.
Yeah.
Are you an earl or are you a king? That's a big thing because, to be an earl, you're a lord.
Yeah.
You're like you're the equivalent of a lord in England. So to be a king, obviously you have to rule a certain amount of land, and then obviously proclaim yourself as king. And if people test you, then you fight them. Yeah. So I to kind of caveat off what you're saying of the recruitment thing, I think it would be cool if you started out maybe not as like so high in the ranks.
You have to kind of work your way up.
Yeah, and you fought and built your renown, and you know, like you're like, oh shit, this is so and so. Like they're not scared to meet Odin today, type stuff. You know, they're just gonna go fight and do whatever they have to do. Let's see. Oh, here it comes. It's such good fight, and it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, that is a huge thing for me. I did like the combat in Origins. I like the somewhat. It's just that we get over, especially fighting by your fucking self. Oh, yeah. And so, like, you can call for help every now and then, but I think especially with being able to dual wield like almost every single weapon. Even you can have, supposedly they say you can dual wield 2 shields. You can just go up, bing, 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 bing.
Almost just make yourself a tank.
Pretty much.
Like I'm honestly, so we're kind of talking about just weapons. Is in Odyssey you could get like Poseidon's trident, and then you could just swim underwater as long as you wanted. You didn't have to breathe.
Yeah.
That was something I actually went and got relatively early in the game. Yeah. It was a like a higher end area. There was a bunch of like legendary lions guarding it, and it took me a really long time to beat them because I was a low level. I was using like poison arrows and fire stuff, and I would just get up high and just do damage from up top, and it was just like poking the bear type stuff. And I finally killed him, got the trident, and it's like, okay, you're level 15, but you have to be level 55 to use it.
Yeah, that supposedly that's not going to be that way in this game. That was a trash mechanic in that game. You find some crazy ass weapon and then you can't use it, but it takes up storage. Yeah. You have to go store it somewhere.
And you have to remember you want
to use it. Yeah. And so I want to say this is more based on your gear instead of your actual level. So whatever gear you find, you should just be able to use it. So your power comes from the equipment that you have, and of course I feel like you have at least like base level, like of strength without your gear. But there's no, oh no, dude, you scrub, you can't handle this, dude.
I very much believe kind of the same thing you're saying is like, let's say your health, if you're butt ass naked, is 100. If you throw on pants, short or pants, shirt, boots. Okay, maybe you get like 120. Yeah. If you throw on like a leather vest, 150. Yeah. Your armor should matter. Yeah. That should be, if you're wearing crappy armor, then you get crappy defense.
Yeah.
If you're, scouring the land and you're actually doing a Viking thing, pillaging and plundering and taking all this stuff, and I want the best stuff. Give me all the gold.
Yeah.
So I can go buy things or make my unit better, make my village better, that then brings in better trades, and I can get better markets, and then you make better stuff. That should be a thing. It shouldn't necessarily just be,
because at that point it's not even
Thor's hammer that's level 100 and I can't use it for the entirety of the game.
It's not even really a skill thing at that point. Like, it's really how much are you willing to grind this for. Especially with that steep ass leveling in Odyssey, it was just like, no, I'm not about to do that shit. Because it would take forever to, get to certain levels, especially once you hit like 50. And of course, the thing you need next is at 55. It's like, holy fucking shit, I got to drop like another 1,000,000 bodies just to get it.
Well, and that's, I think.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Oh, shit.
Yeah. I think that's probably the thing I'm looking forward to. One of the most things I'm looking forward to is just seeing big muscular. Like it's muscles just impress me, and especially dudes like Vikings that like it's just in their genes to be big muscular men.
That's. Yeah, no, I mean, I completely agree. Like, I enjoyed actually hunting down, like, the executioners in Origins and Odyssey, the dudes coming after you, or I guess bounty hunters or whatever they were. I enjoyed hunting them down because I was like, all right, I'm going to fight these dudes, and it's going to be a fight.
Yeah.
Odds are I'm probably going to die 1 or 2 times, and then I'll figure out their stuff. And I remember there's people I was like, oh, they're only level 34. I'm level 36. I'll be able to beat them now. And it's like, no, it says they're level 34, but they might as well be 40. Yeah. And that's, I would imagine that's something that we're going to see is that big dude, he's some sort of executioner type player or character who's coming after you. Or if you run into him, then it's like, it's going to be a big fight.
Yeah. Only thing is I would probably have a problem with like, Odyssey, you would fight against like frail looking characters like I was like, you done hit like all these crits and
He's
just shrugging it all off.
Yeah.
And so really and truly, I would be much more okay with them instead of it just, they can just, it's more of like they have like their own parry system. That I think, especially after playing games like Sekiro, even the new Star Wars game, I enjoy having a parry system in because that's where the skill comes.
Yeah, you have to get good.
Yeah, you have to be good.
Get the timings down, or you're gonna die. It doesn't, and that's what I like about Sekiro and Star Wars. It wasn't really, you couldn't buy the gear to make you better. You had to learn and get good at the game, and that's something I want to see from Ubisoft.
Mm-hmm.
But to switch topics rather abruptly, we're in our last 7 minutes or so. We'll make it a full 10 of the podcast, but a big thing, obviously, we're stuck in quarantine, so. New game announcements has been nice.
Yeah. Have to look.
Yes.
Everything else has been canceled. I was supposed to be in Miami this weekend.
Yeah, you were.
I was supposed to go. I was supposed to be at Rolling Loud this weekend. Thank you.
A blast.
Thank you, Miss Rona.
Yeah, she's a bitch.
Dude, I mean that was gonna be just.
Yeah.
Uzi dropped an album. Duke Deuce finally dropped his album or his second album. This is the one that put him on the map.
Yeah,
it was just gonna be a fun time.
Yeah, but not no more. It's
honestly, if it didn't get canceled, I probably still would have went. I wouldn't. I still would have went Corona and all, dude. Fuck it. I would have risked it.
Wear gloves. Don't touch your face. The whole 9 yards. Shower in Purell.
Shoot up some Lysol.
Yeah, take some Lysol into the veins. So how have you been keeping occupied? What is things you've been doing? What has been your go-to of 2020 so far?
So the main thing is I've been watching a shit ton of anime. The one thing I promised myself I would never watch One Piece.
And you've been watching One Piece?
I've been watching fucking One Piece. Like, I'm the type of guy. Yeah. I give anime a ton of fucking chances.
Yeah.
Like, Boruto has had a terrible fucking start.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's going to get there eventually, so I'm still giving it a chance.
Yeah, I understand.
Black Clover. Terrible. But it starts to pick up.
Yeah.
And so, like, you literally have to wait for these anime to get into, like,
their groove.
Into their groove, into the story, until it actually starts to pick up. It takes One Piece, like, 200 fucking episodes for you to actually be like, all right, I actually like these characters. Like, if I had to rank, because I don't know if you've actually seen any of it yet, but
I've seen it, but at this point it's almost been 5 years.
Yeah.
And so I don't know if that was 300 episodes in or 30, you know?
It's hard to say. Because, like, each arc, at least, like, the few beginning are, like, 60 episodes.
Yeah.
Long as shit.
Yeah.
And the one that I'm in now is, like, 200 episodes long. That's insane. That is probably the longest arc in anime history. Yeah. It's super duper long, but it's actually good, which is crazy.
Well, and that's, like, I always thought, like, Shippuden, the Great Ninja War, was a very long.
It's so short.
Yeah, especially compared to what you're watching now,
dude. Like, I remember, like, I was watching it on, like, off website, watch cartoonsonline.com or something like that. And it's, for one, it's hard to keep up because you can't remember what fucking episode you're on. Like, all right, so like 200 something. Where am I at now? And so then I would have to, like, just restart completely because I can't remember what the fuck happened. Like, I was literally, like, halfway through the war when they meet the silver and gold hair guys that had, nine-tailed chakra.
Yeah.
So I was like, it took me like summer to actually catch back up. And now I'm like, since I have so much fucking time on my hands, I'm like zooming through One Piece. It's I will say I like where it's at right now.
Yeah.
At the beginning, dude, it was fucking. It was one. It's old.
That show,
it's pretty old, but at least for one, I don't really care for Toei Animation
Yeah.
Like they do Dragon Ball Super.
It seems like a lot of their stuff is people rather love it or hate it, and there's never an in between. It's
completely polarized, dude. You either love everything that they do or you hate it all.
Yeah.
Except me, I'm right in between. So I'll say this: if I had to rank the Straw Hats gang, it would be Robin, because one, she's the most reliable.
Yeah.
She's like an archaeologist, so like she knows a bunch of shit.
Yeah.
And her power's pretty decent. And then after Robin, I'll go ahead and say Frankie. Frankie's their shipwright.
Yeah.
He literally built them this badass ship. Because the one that they had really like just fell apart, just broke.
Yeah.
He's just super handy. And then they have Chopper, their doctor.
Yeah. He's the like
the little deer. They call him a tanuki because he looks like a raccoon or something. And I was like, he looks like a fucking deer to me. And then there's Brooke, the newest dude. Brooke's funny as fuck. I love Brooke. And then I guess I'll go ahead and put Zoro, then Luffy, because Luffy sells. He sells so hard. And then Sanji's a simp. Like, he a simp. Like, not just like, you just learn. No. He simp for the uglies. Like,
yeah.
Then Nami, just because, she bought her bread, she make her money. Still a trash. Nami pisses me off. One that pisses me off the most is Sanji. Sanji is bitch made and he lies all the time. Like he left. He quit. He quit the group and then wanted to come crying back like a bitch.
I'm like, no, you're gone. You quit, you're gone. That's how that works.
That's exactly how it works. But yeah, One Piece is what I'm watching right now. But it's a struggle.
Yeah.
It's most definitely a struggle. Now I'm not even halfway through. I think I'm only on like episode. It's like 1,000.
And that's, but to say I'm not even halfway through it and I'm on episode 400, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's fucking insane.
Well, and I feel like it's almost the amount of episodes. So, like for me, this year I watched My Hero Academia.
Yeah.
Absolutely fell in love with the show.
Really good. Good one.
Yeah. I now have an All Might statue. I've made the PC that's running my streams and this podcast right now is a My Hero themed build.
Yeah.
It's absolutely love the show. And for me, when I was watching on Hulu, and of course the first 4 seasons were up, so I was like, oh, it's perfect, especially after I like one episode got hooked.
Yeah.
So started watching it, and I paced myself. I'd watch 1, maybe 2 episodes a day, and then the next day 1 or 2, next day 1 or 2.
I'd sit until I'm sick of it.
I knew if I just blew through it, I'd be where I'm at now.
Yeah.
Is waiting for season 5.
Dude, because shows like that I have to watch as they come out. Because if I don't, it's gonna get spoiled. Yeah. I'm an anime only person. Don't get me wrong. I enjoy reading manga. I don't like reading it on my phone. I don't like reading it on the screen.
Yeah.
I like it in my hand.
Yeah.
I'm not about to just go out and pay
and
$10 of volumes.
Yeah. It's just easier to. I mean, once you have a subscription to like Crunchyroll or something, you just throw it up, you wait, and then you watch.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of people feel that the anime adaptations lose some from the mangas.
They do sometimes. One Piece actually does a lot because I did used to get the Jump manga in, like Scholastic Arts, like what we used to get from school. Of course, you circle which one you want. And so I remember like looking at the manga and I'm like, dude. And then I watched the anime and I'm like,
never mind. Yeah.
What is wrong with these people?
And then you come back to it 12 years later.
Dude, I've been shitting on One Piece a lot, but the one thing I can say about the show is that each and every character is unique. There's not like, of course, like with Naruto, you can say like each generation they have the similar group of cast. Like you start from Team 7. You got Naruto, Sasuke, and
Yeah.
Sakura. Then before him is Kakashi, Obito, and Rin. They literally the same exact
character,
people.
Yeah.
And then, of course, you go ahead of them, it's Jiraiya, Orochimaru, and Tsunade. The exact same people. So it's like...
Yeah, it's like how many... Well, and then you look at the new Team 7.
Yeah.
What? Boruto,
Sarada,
and Mizuki.
Yeah.
It's...
The exact same people. Well,
you pretty much just took Orochimaru's Team 7 and just copied it.
Yeah, that's literally it.
So, it's... Yeah. I'm just waiting for Boruto characters to get older. That's all I want, because when you start the show with this big-ass battle and then cut fucking 15 years in the past, I get why they did it, is so they can make as much content as they want happen between now and then.
Well, the thing is, I think where it bites them in the ass is that they can't merchandise off of it. Can't make any games because there's nothing really crazy that's happening. There's no... You can't make shit off of it.
I mean, they made the movie, and then they took the movie, like, literally put it in the episodes, but then cut stuff out of it.
Yeah.
So,
I think,
why make the movie?
Me, personally, I like the movie version of that fight.
But, yeah, way better than the show.
Yeah. Because, for one, they do, like, they'll do that sequence where, just a bunch of big hits, so they're doing like cuts, but, like, what I think I liked about it the most is that you can just power scale of just Naruto. Sasuke just off pure strength alone. Like, that's just straight up.
No, nothing. That's them just fighting you.
Just straight up hands. Just giving you hands.
Yeah,
like, there's
beating your ass.
No Rasengans, no
Chidori,
I'm going to
beat you straight off pure strength.
Bro, and I thought it was really well done. I think, especially, like, just when they do that whole comparison against, he can't beat his ass. Oh, he ain't touching Goku type shit. I'm like, yo, man. Don't sleep on the boy. Yeah. You didn't see, he gone like that.
Yeah, and that's it. I think it would be cool if, so the only way the reason it's not going to work is because if, like, the comparison, like, let's have Hokage Naruto versus Goku, and that's not going to work because I would like them to actually do it, like, get with the teams and be like, hey, let's make a fight, but obviously, all of a sudden, people are going to be like, Goku can do this and this and this and this, and Naruto can now do this. And
dude, that's what, like, it's crazy because, like, a lot of those things is just that plot saves them. Like, especially what happened in the Resurrection F movie when Goku literally gets shot in the back and he's dead. Yeah. Well, like, you seen this man take full-on, like, nukes to the face, but then, next thing you know, little pea shooter through the back.
That kills him. What? Yeah. And that's something I'll never, like...
Motherfucker shot me.
He gets blown up multiple times. I mean, all these energy, like, you're creating energy like that. It obviously is strong enough to disintegrate people.
Yeah,
and you can't.
They can legit destroy planets, dude.
Yeah, and like, you've already been shot by Piccolo. You've been shot by Frieza. You've been, shot by every other fucking person in the show, but a gun kills you. Like,
I can understand if he had to sit there and charge it like Special Beam Cannon, then I can understand. But he literally just said,
"Well, I can understand if Goku was like Hercule, like a legitimate human, and he was just strong for a human and died like that. That makes sense.
Yeah,
dude, you're a Saiyan." Let alone you're the strongest one.
Yeah.
So if I'm the bad guy,
yeah,
I shoot Goku, he dies. I'm killing everybody.
Pull up that Hannibal meme when he's looking at his hands like.
Now I can go around, and it's Vegeta, no problem.
Yeah.
Gohan.
Yeah. I'll never forgive the freaking Akira Toriyama. I'll never forgive him what he did to Gohan.
They robbed that man.
I mean, I can understand, like, it's a lull, ain't shit really happening, but I mean, dude, Vegeta's still going hard in training because that's his thing. He wants to be the strongest Saiyan, and he knows that he's not, especially since Goku's gone. Yeah. He can't prove that he is.
Yeah.
And so then he just looks at Gohan like,
you bitch.
All that motherfucking Kakarot. Give me your jeans.
Let me suck that life out of you. But
it's
there's quarantine's been hard.
Yeah.
But obviously there's something for and especially in the anime or game aspect.
Yeah.
There's something for everybody to bide your time with. Rather it's playing one of the Assassin's Creed, getting ready for the new one, watching or rewatching your favorite animes, or finding a new favorite. Like Vinland Saga right now is taking over my anime life. Well, that's Demon Slayer looks good. There's definitely a lot of stuff that can make quarantine a little bit better.
Yeah.
Like this, we wanted to start a podcast. We're using quarantine to start the podcast. So there's definitely ways you can make life a little bit easier. But on that note, we've reached our time. We're a little bit over it. We're right at 40 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
So I gave us a little bit longer. We spent more time on the Assassin's Creed, and we pretty much went half and half, a little bit more, a little bit less. But it was fun first episode. So again, we're going to shoot for roughly about 30 minutes, give or take, for the episodes. We're going to try to hit 3 10-minute segments. We did 2 20-minute segments today. Yeah. Not that bad. I think there was a lot of good talking points and a lot of good stuff came out of it. Yeah, so I think that's pretty much it. You got anything to say?
Thanks for coming to the Game-ish Podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Chaunn, with the other host, Brandon. Thank you for tuning in. Have a good night.
Bye.